Having faith in the guidance of the celestial powers above, we can align ourselves confidently below here on this earth. There is a divine purpose of the interconnectedness that we have with everyone and everything. Yet, we need to navigate our own individual paths to achieve our happiness, abundance, and contentment in life. The outer planets are like our gurus or counselors who have enlightened our paths. With the knowledge in hand, we can carve our own routes towards our individual goals. Now, with the main planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto gone direct, we have gained enough clarity of thoughts and they gently woke us up to a new energy. With Uranus going direct on January 18, 2022 in sensual Taurus, it makes us realize the importance of self care. We are bound to feel that spring in our life and steps that awaken us to new possibilities. Uranus is here to teach us to detach in certain ways, for we need to adopt new attitudes and uproot ourselves from negative aspects that drained us. Thus, the altering moments of life will push us to do better and put us on the right track. As the life progresses, we must adapt to changing circumstances, alter our attitudes, beliefs, and actions. Life is a process, and our beliefs need to change in accordance to our awakenings. Rigidity and stubbornness needs to melt away, giving way to freshness in our life. Neptune starts its direct motion on 1st December 2021. This actually removes the veil from our eyes and we truly connect with our feelings, a core strength of the heart. On an inner level, there's a great deal of psychological and spiritual transformation. The level of self confidence increases with these outer planets. I have endeavored to guide and prescribe for each zodiac as to how they could handle their lives in the coming year of 2022, starting their preparations from the month of December onwards. So, in one line, start the year 2022 afresh by learning the art of letting go and moving on with experience. Herald the year 2022 with bold decisions. Be independent of thought, word, and action. Charity begins at home. Responsibility towards your own happiness is of paramount importance. Create the life you want for yourself and experience how your world adapts and opens up to you. Be the master of your own life. So, Capricorns, Pluto has been in your sign for the past 20 years. He's almost finished with you. While he's preparing for his exit, he will be in and out and finally leave you in 2024. Now, this long transit has brought many personal dramas into your life, near death kind experiences also, and there have been psychological encounters with the beginnings and the endings. This year onwards, you're giving birth to a new you. The you that you've always aspired to be, the you that you always wanted to become. The birthing process of the new you may be a little difficult, but the end result is always brilliant. Late in 2020, Saturn, the ruler of your horoscope, moved into your money house. He'll be there for the rest of the year ahead. This is fortunate for financial matters as it shows focus and concentration. You will work harder for finances this year. Also, you need to resolve conflicts with the money people in your life. Perhaps putting it this way, the people who owe you money get your worth. Your third house of communication and intellectual activities have been very strong for many years. Neptune, the ruler of the house, has positioned itself there. This year, the third house is even more important as Jupiter will spend approximately half the year accompanying Neptune. This is a wonderful transit. If you're involved in enhancing your knowledge through education, especially brilliant for students, whatever you focus or concentrate on is bound to be very successful. A very good period for those of you who are in sales, marketing, teaching, and writing. Your communication and intellectual abilities will be much enhanced. Jupiter spends the rest of the year in your fourth house of home and family. This indicates a move or the fortunate purchase or sale of a home. It's a very fertile year, personally and professionally. Uranus has been in your fifth house of fun and creativity for some years now and will be there for some more to come. Children and children figures in your life have been more difficult to handle. They seemed rebellious and unusually independent. But this transit also brings very original personal creativity and more joy in the way you make your money or handle your life. Now, health will remain basically good. though it needs some more attention after May 11th. As Mars will be spending an unusual amount of time in your sixth house from August 20th onwards, you need to take care of your emotional health, and also exercise is an important factor that you need to inculcate. From May 11th to October 29th and from December 21st onwards, the areas that will interest you more are the physical and emotional transformation of your own self, your appearance, finance, communication, and intellectual interests, fun, creativity, and travel also. Your health and work catches momentum from August 20th onwards. Overall, your health looks good this year as the year begins. There is only one long term planet, Pluto, in a stressful alignment with you, and most of you may not be feeling this though. On May 11th, Jupiter moves into an adverse aspect, but the Jupiter's influences always tend to be mild for you overall. So if you take care of your health and energy levels, you're sure going to pass through 2022 in a happy frame of mind. Mars is your family planet. Your focus on health seems to be more about the health of family members than your own health. It would also show the need for good emotional health. Your moods need to be kept positive and constructive. So, in regards to your home and family, this is a very strong domestic year. Not only is your fourth year strong for half the year, but all the long term planets are below the horizon of your chart in the night side of the horoscope. So, the opposite house, which is the 10th house of career by contrast, is status quo, and you will have no need to worry about it. Capricorns are always ambitious, but in 2022, the desire is a little less. You'll happily work on your family and emotional issues. You haven't lost your ambition, but you're preparing the foundation for a future career push. The higher the edifice, the deeper the foundation needs to be. Now, Jupiter's move into your fourth house, and it's an on and off thing from October 2 to October, from October, from May 2nd to October 29th, and then from December 21st onwards, often shows a move which will be a happy one. Sometimes it's not a literal move, but an additional home is required. Sometimes you get access to additional homes even if you don't own them. Sometimes you buy expensive items for the home or renovate it. The whole effect is as if you have moved. You create more comfortable surroundings for yourself. The transit of Jupiter also shows that your family circle expands this year. Usually, this happens through birth or marriage, but sometimes you meet people who are like family to you, who fulfill your emotional needs. There is also your spiritual planet. His move into the fourth house shows that the family as a whole, and especially a parent or a parent figure, is becoming more spiritual. Everyone around you is under intense spiritual influence. Your dream lives are bound to be active. Your ESP faculties will be more finely tuned. You will experience all kinds of supernatural phenomena. I wouldn't be surprised if your home is used to hold spiritual meetings, lectures, or perhaps even charity events. In regards to your finance and career, which is a major focus in the year ahead, Saturn, the ruler of your horoscope, which is an important and friendly planet, occupies your second money house. This shows prosperity. You will not only spend on yourself and adopt the image of wealth, but you will also look and present yourself expensively. People see you as a money person, and this opens all kind of doors and opportunities to you. Your personal transformation in appearance and seminars will be a big factor in your earnings. Your entire personal demeanor will be very charismatic, and this is probably why you will stand out in the crowd. Consider yourself as an investment, so do not hesitate spending on yourself. Finances at times can be complicated. You might be in disagreement with many people in your life. There will be some conflict there. You need to work harder to reach a consensus. Somewhere you will come to a middle point of compromise, but you need to find that point. Uranus, your financial planet, has been in your fifth house for some years now. The fifth house is a fortunate house and it tends to prosperity, but not just prosperity as we understand it. In the mundane world, it points to a happy prosperity. The act of earning will be pleasurable for you. You will earn while you're having fun or involved in some leisure activity. You'll be lucky in speculations. Every investment has a degree of risk to it, but some are riskier than others, so you can indulge in calculated risk. You will make money while following your passion. Your personal charisma and creativity will be much more marketable this year. You're bound to serve as an inspiration for others and earn more. Observe the child, awaken the child within you. Many of a fortune was built by someone observing the behavior of children. Industries that cater to the youth market, especially of an electronic nature, would be an interesting opportunity for earning money. Though career is not a big issue in 2022, yet you will be building the infrastructure for the future. You're building your base by becoming emotionally strong. Your seventh house of love is devoid of any planets. So, as in many past years, love seems stable and status quo. You'll be content with things as they are and have no need to make dramatic changes or give it undue importance. However, if love problems arise, it could be because of lack of attention. A bit of focus will sort out all matters. Two lunar eclipses this year will force you to focus on your emotions. The first happens on May 16th and the second on November 8th. These will be the times for course corrections in love, eliminating the irritants and imperfections. The moon is your love planet and is the fastest of all the planets. So, where the other fast moving planets, the sun, Mercury, Venus, take a year to cycle through your chart, the moon does this every month. Thus, you need to observe your mood swings. In general, one has observed that as the moon waxes, grows larger, you will have more energy, enthusiasm, and social grace. The new and full moons tend to be active social days. You could write these dates in your diary and monitor yourself. In regards to self improvement in 2022, you need to understand that Neptune has been in your third house for many years now. So, spiritually understood, he's elevating the mind, the intellect, the mental faculties to a higher, more spiritual plane, a higher vibration. This year, the process is much accelerated because your spiritual planet Jupiter is also in the third house for half the year. This year, the spiritual elevation is going to be something very different that you may have never observed or felt before. You will be more interested in reading books, and your taste in books will be more refined. Regular mundane reading will seem boring to you because it lacks relevance or meaning. Also, the way you communicate will become very inspired. Your mental faculties will enable you and inspire you to put your thoughts down on paper. All writing, says Emerson, is by the grace of God. You are in that grace right now. You'll be more articulate with your words, your thoughts, and they will inspire you. With Uranus, the planet of change in your fifth house of creativity, you should be ready to explore new avenues of expressions. Writing is perhaps best for you. Rebellious children perhaps has been an issue with you for some years. This year, you will learn how to handle this through direct practical experience. By the time Uranus is finished with you, you'll be an expert. Capricorn likes authority and likes to exert it, but too much of authoritarianism will not work. Just simply speak your truth and give explanations of what you mean to say. I would say adopt the policy of no complaint and never explain. Mars, the planet of action, will be in your sixth house of health from August 20th onwards. The deeper message for you is the need for emotional healings. Mars, as you know, is your family planet, ruling your moods, emotions, and memories. So 2022 is the time to get more involved in emotional healing. Healing of the past, healing of the memory body. It'll be a good time to embark on psychological type of therapies. Meditation and yoga will do you a world of good. If anything bothers you or throws you off your game, that is a signal to clear the issue. In fact, please adopt the measure of never complain, never explain, only speak your truths. So stay blessed and have a rewarding 22 year ahead.